Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are aiming to crack interviews at top product based companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, or Adobe, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'm giving you the ultimate preparation guide to help you land your dream job. We are going to cover everything from coding rounds and system design to behavioral interviews and resume tips. So grab a notebook, hit that like button, and let's dive right in. Section 1. What makes product based companies different? All right, before we jump into prep strategies, let's take a second to understand what makes product based companies different. Unlike service based companies that mostly work on client projects, product based companies build their own products. Think Google Search, think Amazon Prime, think Microsoft Teams. And because they own the product, they care a lot about how you think, how you solve problems, and how you design scalable systems. So when you're interviewing with them, it's not just about writing code. It's about showing that you can build things that last and scale. Section 2, the interview process. Now let's talk about the interview process. It usually starts with an online assessment. This is your first filter. You'll get a couple of coding problems, usually on HackerRank, or if you've passed that, you'll move on to technical phone screens, 1 or 2 rounds. Live coding, usually focused on data structures and algorithms. Then comes the big one, the on-site or virtual interview loop. This can be 3 to 5 rounds. You'll face more coding questions, maybe a system design round if you're experienced, and of course, a behavioral round. And after that, there's usually a hiring manager round. This one's more about team fit, your past work, and how you approach problems. It's a lot, but don't worry, we are going to break it all down. Section 3, mastering data structures and algorithms. Let's start with the core of most interviews, data structures and algorithms. Now I know this part can feel overwhelming. There's just so much to cover. But here's the trick, don't just memorize problems, focus on patterns. You want to be super comfortable with arrays, linked lists, trees, graphs, stacks, queues, etc. But also, don't skip dynamic programming, recursion, and sliding window techniques, which comes up a lot. Where should you practice? LeetCode is your best friend. Start with the top 150 or the blind 75. NeetCode's roadmap is also amazing. And here's a tip, don't just solve problems. Explain your thought process out loud. That's what interviewers really care about. Section 4, system design. All right, if you've got a couple of years of experience, you'll probably face a system design round. This isn't about writing code. It's about designing scalable, reliable systems. You might be asked, how would you build Instagram stories or a URL shortener like Bitly? You'll need to talk about things like load balancing, caching, database design, microservices, etc. But don't panic. You don't need to be an architect. You just need to show that you can think at a high level. Resources I recommend: Grokking the System Design Interview, the System Design Primer on GitHub, and Gaurav Sen's YouTube channel. His breakdowns are fantastic. Section 5, behavioral interviews. Now let's talk about the round that everyone underestimates, the behavioral interview. This is where they figure out if you are a good fit for the team. You'll get questions like, tell me about a time you faced a challenge, or describe a situation where you had to lead a project. The best way to answer, use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Here's a tip, prepare 5 to 6 solid stories from your past experience. Think of times you solved a tough bug, worked with a difficult teammate, or led a successful project. You can reuse these stories across multiple questions. Section 6, resume and application tips. Let's rewind a bit, because before you even get to the interview, you need to get noticed. And that starts with your resume. Keep it clean, keep it concise. One page is ideal. Use strong action verbs like built, led, optimized, and always quantify your impact. Don't just say improved performance. Say improved performance by 30%. Tailor your resume to the job description. If they are looking for backend experience, highlight your backend projects. And don't forget to include links to your GitHub, LinkedIn, or portfolio. A bonus tip: referrals. Reach out to people on LinkedIn politely and ask if they'd be open to referring you. It works more than you think. Section 7: Final tips and mindset. Alright, we are almost at the finish line. Let's talk about mindset. Interview preparation is a marathon, not a sprint. So be consistent. Even if you can only spare an hour or two a day, that's enough as long as you stick with it. Mock interviews are a game changer. Use platforms like Preamp or interviewing.io to simulate the real thing. And most importantly, don't let rejection get to you. Every interview is a practice. Every no is one step closer to a yes. Stay curious, stay confident, and keep learning. That's what these companies are really looking for. If you have made it this far, you're already ahead of the game. Seriously. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more career and tech content. And drop your questions in the comments. I read and reply to everyone. And hey, I put together a free downloadable checklist to guide you prepare. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.